If you want to scale your business with paid ads and it's not working as fast as you'd like to, this video is going to give you a full breakdown on how you can effectively scale your ads faster and more efficiently. This works for really any business, e-com, info, digital products, lead gen, regardless of what you're selling, who you're promoting to, these strategies are going to be applicable to you. And before I dive into the full process, I just want to show you a few examples of where we've actually implemented this strategy so you can see why you should believe me and why we actually walk what we talk. If you don't know me, my name is Nick Corvesis. I'm the founder of Scale Lab Group. We've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world in the online and in the brick and mortar space. We've worked with Sharon Srivatsaa, Craig Ballantyne, just to name a few. And there's lots more on my website. If you're interested, check that out. And if you just want an audit of your ad account, the first link in the description will show you all the testimonials, everything you need for a completely free audit, so I can tell you what to implement in your ad account. Now, this is the first example I want to show you. This is an e-com brand. And if I just back up here to March and April, just as an example. So in April, you can see here we spent about $14K. We generated over 600 purchases, give or take, right? At around $25 a purchase and $22 a purchase. We continued to kind of scale and bump things up. We're at 17K here, but the cost per purchase started to go up. As we started to implement and make some of these changes, we went from spending 15K a month to in July, we spent 15K a month. We spent the same amount, but we increased our sales volume a lot. You can see here in June, we had 332 purchases from 7K in spend. And in May, back up real quick, 17K spent. And how many sales did we get? We had 300 sales from 17 grand spend in July. We made a lot of these changes. We only spent 15 grand and got 1,400 website purchases. This is for an e-com brand, and these same things work for really any niche. But the first point that I really want to make super clear is that scaling isn't a Facebook problem. It's a math, creative, and a backend problem. And Facebook just exposes which one is broken. And I'm going to break down all 9 parts in 24 little modules for you that you can go through and actually fully implement them inside of your business to scale your ads. Now, I may not be able to cover all 9 of these in one video, but over the next few videos that I'm going to be posting, I'll be covering all of them. And the first step is the foundation. Now, what scaling actually means is something that not a lot of people think about. And in that example that I just showed you, you can see how scaling doesn't necessarily mean spending more. It's increasing spend or even holding your spend while lowering or holding your cost to acquire a customer within your allowable range. This goes to the same thing for lead gen or anything else. And I just want to give you a quick example as well for another company where we're running ads with, where we managed to scale things up quite a bit with lead gen as well. So this is an example for a company that is looking for booked calls and leads. They've got a sales team, they've got a full back-end business, totally different to e-com and digital products. But we scaled them from $53,000 in spend in April to, if you fast forward to July, to $102,000. So over just a few months, we've doubled spend and we've increased their results tremendously while not increasing the cost per schedule too much. Now, this program that they're selling is a $10,000, $20,000 program. So even though their cost per call can seem a little bit higher, like mid 200s, they're extremely profitable and their cost per call was usually like $300-$400. And these same strategies go into effect here as well. There's 3 levers that actually drive scale. And on both of these accounts, all of these were present. And those are creative volume, offer economics, and backend conversion. And everything else is really just optimization. Optimization just protects a number. It doesn't necessarily move a ceiling. So the second thing I want to cover real quick is your offer and economics. If you don't know these things for your business, you're not going to be able to scale as efficiently as you should. You need to know what your allowable cost to acquire a customer is, break-even ROAS, your payback period, all that good stuff. Some people just see something working and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to scale. You have to take it back and make sure you understand the offer and economics behind everything. So your CPMs, your click-through rate, all those numbers down there, you have to know. And I really love to reverse engineer the target. If I know someone wants to hit 100K a month, I like to reverse all the way back to cost per lead, cost per purchase at X volume to know exactly what my target is. A weak offer cannot be out media bought. Make sure that you actually understand your offer and your economics. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is the structure of your ad account before you're ready to scale. I showed you 2 examples here, and both of them are laid out a little bit differently. We've got some in here where we've got some testing campaigns, some CBO campaigns, and another testing campaign. I have a lot of videos on my channel showing different setups, but one thing I really want to make clear is that no one setup is the right setup for you to use. every account is going to be different. Every account is going to work a little bit differently than the other. And some people will tell you that CBOs are the way to go, and other people will tell you that ABOs are the way to go. I think you need to test it. I have some campaigns where things will crush it with a CBO campaign, 10 ads per ad set, and nothing else. But other times, other accounts just don't work that way. So it's up to you to test it and see what actually works well for your business and for your ads manager. Like I said, CBO, ABO, there's specific situations where they're right. Second is you want to really consolidate everything and don't fragment. Most accounts are spread way too thin over trying to figure out how to exit learning, and it just never works. And you're stuck in this learning cycle over and over again. Also, Advantage Plus versus manual. You really need to make sure that you're going broad as possible in your audience. If you want to scale, you need to make sure that your creative is the targeting, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So what actually dictates the structure of your ad account? You want to be aiming for 50 conversions per ad set per week. Below that number, the algorithm has a hard time learning. So when you're scaling, as you're launching new creatives and you find things that are winning, make sure you scale that winning creative up and really squeeze the juice out of it, but have the next batch of creatives, audiences, and tests really ready to go for you. It's super important. Now, as far as targeting goes, this goes perfectly into the next bit. Broad is the default. Lookalikes can help quite a bit, and we've seen those work well. And retargeting plays a lot smaller of a role than people think, but it still can help if you set it up correctly. What actually matters is creative. And this is a big thing that I want to walk you through. And I actually want to give you some examples here in the ad account. So stick around here for just a second, because this is going to be really, really good. So with creative being the targeting, angle, hook, and format is a hierarchy of what you want inside of your ad creative. Now, what you really want to be doing for your business, and I think this is such a good revenue generating skill, is build an angle bank for your business. What are the pains, aspirations, objections? What's the unique mechanism for your offer? What's the proof you have, et cetera, et cetera. If you build a bank of all this stuff, making ad creatives is going to be so much easier. And then you can take those angles and apply them to different formats: static ads, video ads, UGC, talking head, et cetera. And then you're going to have this huge bank, and every ad should meet a very specific qualifier. And the audience call out turns out to be a slot, not just a choice. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let me show you here inside of an ads manager how I actually like to set this up. Okay, so this is an ad account where I've got a few different creatives up and running for testing. Now, how I set this up is I did one ad per ad set, individually separated one by one. You could totally test this as a CBO, doesn't totally matter, but what you want to be doing is whenever you're testing new ads, you throw them in, you let them spend 1 to 1.5 times the allowable CPA. And so if you're trying to book a call for $200, you want to let them spend $250 to $400 almost before you make a decision. Now that may seem like a lot, but when you're scaling, you really need to make sure when you call something a winner, it's a winner. Same thing with purchases. If you're getting a purchase for $20 to $30, you usually want to let them spend up to 1 to 1.5 times the allowable CPA. Now, once I have this stuff being tested in here and I'm finding some winners and things are working, what do you do next? The easiest thing that I recommend doing is either A, duplicating these out and changing something in the creative, or just changing something small in the audience and testing a brand new creative potentially as well. Doing these small changes and tweaks allows you to take one winning creative and take it a lot further versus just hoping that it does well and that it maintains. Now, that's everything that I've got for this video. In the next video, I want to go over my full deep dive of a creative testing methodology and show you new concepts, the test structure behind everything a little bit more deeper. But this video should serve as a really good foundation for what you should be looking for if you're scaling. And in the next video, I'll go even deeper and finish the rest of this half to make sure that you have everything you need to really scale to the next level. Now, if you want me to review your ad account, I'll check it out totally for free, no strings attached, and I'll show you exactly what you should be doing, what creatives you should be testing, angles that you should be running, and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're interested, click the link in the description and let's chat. I'll see you guys in the next video.